Hi, I'm Rita Marie.
And I'm Hannah Marie.
I'm the mother.
And I'm the daughter.
And we're going to SchoolU
on this Thoughtful Thursday.
So this week we're going to talk about how to write your college essay. Last week we talked about how to choose a topic, and now assuming that you already have the topic, this week we'll give you some writing tips. And so our first tip
is to know your audience. So you're more than likely going to be writing to a higher education professional. And so they don't know you, first of all, and you need to sound professional while still getting across like your voice, your personality, which that can be really hard sometimes. So make sure that you are trying to depict your story while also making sure that you understand your audience is looking for someone professional that is going to succeed at their college.
So our second tip is organization.
Yeah, so for an example, if you remember from our last week's video on how to choose a college essay topic, I talked about my experience with baton twirling and getting hit in the face, and then I had to perform. So if you take this into the context of organizing it with that idea, like I started with my hook, and then I went on to give you context to where I was, why I was there, what was going on, and then I went on to talk about the incident, so getting hit in the face, and then after that I went into talking about kind of how I grew from that, like what do I now have to offer from that experience without outright saying like I have become persistent and a team worker, because they want you to show that in how you're depicting it from your story. They don't need you to tell them I became persistent. You know what I mean? So
basically keep in mind you are this way before the incident, then the incident happens, and then this is the person you are after the incident.
Yep. So our third tip is check your requirements. So each university has them a little bit different, and that does mean that you could possibly be using the same essay for different schools. Like, for example, I applied to a couple different schools, and for one of them, it asked for a personal statement, and I had 500 words I could use. And then another school said 250. So you can knock down what you have in that essay to use it, but make sure you're still showing your story and you're getting your point across, because this is a stranger to you, and they need to understand what you're talking about, even if it's in that few words.
And our last tip is to review. Make sure, get an adult to read it. Since your audience is for an adult, you want another adult to read it. Now this could be a parent, but your parents know you too well. So although they're really good to check behind you, they might be filling in the gaps. So try to get, I don't know, a neighbor, a coworker. Of course, a teacher would be great. A lot of times teachers are asked by so many students to read an essay, but so give them time, and then they'll, I'm sure, help you out.
Yeah, and make sure that when you're reading over it, like read it out loud so that you're hearing yourself. A lot of times when I read to myself, like I'll add in different words that like I may have meant to say in my writing, but you hear it when you actually speak it. So make sure you're reading to yourself out loud as you review too.
Okay, so just retracing our steps: know your audience, it's for an adult, watch the organization, make sure you check the requirements so that you're following the requirements, and then please review. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe and like our video, and we look forward to seeing you next Thoughtful Thursday.
Have a good week. Bye.